for tonight. So, Chris Lee is our keynote speaker, and he inspires others to find their true purpose in life and arms them with the courage to live that purpose. He's written 2 books, hosts a national internet live radio show, and is a keynote speaker. He uses a unique mix of emotional healing techniques and the philosophy of Universal Synchronicity to help his listeners, readers, and clients achieve success. And if you love baseball and will feed him beef brisket and a beer, he will be your best friend. So on that note, please help me welcome Chris Lee.
Thank you, Millie. I'm going to try the mic and see how it works. So we'll see. So how's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Here we go.
Alright. So before we get started,
I'd like to or maybe you need a work there. Okay, so before we get started, I want to acknowledge a couple people that are here in the room. Dave, a good buddy of mine, who actually is a part of the speech that he helped me with that he doesn't even know about. So thank you, Dave. And also Joe Cost, a good buddy of mine, Joe and Jason, who is videotaping. And a very special acknowledgement to Millie Chu, because in addition to putting on fantastic events like this, Millie has helped me with both of my businesses. With my coaching and consulting business, she helped me kind of turn things around and make it profitable. Sometimes when you're a heart-based entrepreneur, you are a little bit gun-shy about asking for money. She helped me to get over that real quick. And I'm actually going to be launching a podcasting business soon, and she is helping with the business plan for that. So I'd like to acknowledge her for all of the wonderful things that she does. How many of you here are on Twitter? Okay. Those of you that are on Twitter, you have my permission to tweet during this presentation. And what I want you to do is take a picture or say something cool about the event. Or you can say whatever you want. This guy's funny looking, his pants are too short, whatever you want. But use the hashtag A2Leap on Twitter. And we're doing that for 2 reasons. So that we can all connect with each other. And so you can go on there and look under that hashtag, and you can be able to find each other. And to spread the word about A2Leap. All right, so tonight we are going to talk about how to move from trauma to triumph. And over the next 20 minutes, I am going to share my story. I'm going to help you move from trauma to triumph in your life. And some of you that are here are going to start that journey tonight, and some of you might finish that journey tonight. This is going to be kind of somewhat interactive, and things that we'll talk about. A little bit of information about me. My name is Chris Lee. I have my own business, Life Path Coaching and Consulting, where I do workshops, and I do one-on-one sessions, and I do healings and things like that. I also, as Millie mentioned, I have an internet talk radio show. About 10,000 people tune in per month. So that's going pretty good. And those are just like some things that I do. You know what I mean? Those are titles, those are tasks, those are accomplishments. I'm going to share some really personal information with you tonight, and I have a big secret for you, which we'll get to at the end. And as I share this information with you, hopefully you'll see things within it that you can glean that will help you in your own life, that you can kind of put to use by me sharing my story. So the most significant event that ever happened in my life was an accident and a subsequent brain injury. I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to share some information from my book. As mentioned, I'm a published author. Tonight I'll be sharing some information out of the book, From Frustration to Fulfillment, How a Traumatic Brain Injury Changed My Life. So that was the most significant thing that ever happened in my life. And I can remember sitting in a meeting with my doctors and therapists and all this stuff, and they said, Chris, you're going to be a shell of your former self. Because what happens when you have a brain injury, I was in an accident, and your brain moves around inside of your skull. and your skull has jagged points in it for whatever reason. God knows what he's doing. But and so what happens is when you have a trauma, it kills brain cells because your brain is gray, mushy matter, and it bangs against those pointy things inside of your brain in your skull, and it kills brain cells. And so when you go to therapy, when you have a brain injury, they're trying to reactivate those brain cells to kind of get things going again. But you kind of become a different person, right? So they said that you only be a shell of yourself. And at the time, I was only a shell of myself, and I felt like giving up. I had given up hope of having a better life. And so at that time, you know what I wanted to do? Get on disability and get a check for the rest of my life. So like all of this, being able to be here and talk to you fluently, nah, I wasn't feeling that. The only thing I was feeling is I lost hope. And that's bad when you get in a spot where you lose hope. So that's what they said. And I worked hard and I rehabbed, and I wanted to be average. That was, at the time, the best I could hope for. So I worked my behind off to be average. And when I got to average, I said, if I keep going, I can be good. And again, I worked my behind off just to be good. And when I got to good, I said, you know what? Great is not that much further. So every single day, I strive to be the greatest that I possibly can. Everything I do, I try to do with passion. And so that's why we're here tonight, is I want to help you to tap into your own greatness.